20. This is Yoga Sculpt. So I decided to up the ante for myself and put on these light ankle weights. They're probably 2 pounds. And then I have like these little tiny 1 pound, they're not even well, they might be a pound, hand ones if you want to use that. And then of course the usual heavy, medium, light, whatever that means to you. So we're going to go ahead and get started like we usually do in a comfortable seat with a regular yoga pranayama part of class, just to get focused and breathe and set an intention if you have one. So as you sit up tall, grounding yourself to your mat, sit bones touching the mat. Maybe you lift yourself up, try to tilt that pelvis a little anteriorly so that your sit bones are touching the floor. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out and just let it go. And imagine sitting up tall. Maybe your hands come to your knees, palms up, index fingers and thumbs touching. Maybe their palms down. Whatever you need. Maybe your eyes are closed, maybe you're gazing towards the mat. Whatever works for you, just begin to breathe normally in and out through your nose. And because this is a more active yoga workout, maybe you want to take it to an Ujjayi breath, an ocean breath, where you sort of constrict the back of your throat, creating sort of a ha sound inside your head, generating more heat, more power. Inhaling, raise those arms up overhead. Imagine lengthening the space between your ribs and your hips. Make yourself as long as possible. Continue to inhale and exhale, and imagine the breath leaving through the crown of your head, lengthening your spine. And then let's bend those elbows and hold on to our opposite elbows, opening up across the chest and through the shoulders. Maybe you have to loosen up your grip a little depending on what you've got going on in your shoulders, acknowledging the feelings that you have in your body and making a decision, commitment to respect the body that you came in with today. And then we'll make little circles from the waist up, lifting through the abs, lengthening through your spine, inhaling and exhaling. Circle around and maybe reverse that circle. Lift through those abs. Imagine all the core muscles beginning to wake up and be activated. Inhale, reach, bring those hands in front of you and walk way out in front into an active child, or not an active child's pose, but you're in Sukhasana, so lengthen and grip the mat. Make it an active stretching pose. Trying to keep our sit bones grounded to the mat as we tip the pelvis forward. Walk those hands to the right. Inhale, exhale, lengthen through the left side body. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back through the center and over to the left. Lengthen through that right side. Inhale, exhale. And then come back through the center and grip the mat with the pads of your fingers and pull yourself up to your tabletop position. Let's warm up our hands and wrists as well as the rest of our body. So we begin just by bringing our wrists underneath our shoulders and spreading our fingers wide, gripping the mat with the pads of your fingers. Create a little tension through the palm of your hand so that you're not sitting in your thumb joints. Firm up those arms. And then maybe turn them around, fingertips point toward your knees, and then lengthen and open up through the carpal tunnel. Stretch out those forearms. If you've been spending a lot of time working from home at a keyboard or teaching your children online school, or who knows what you've been doing, we want to, gripping the remote control. We want to stretch out those arms. And then turn the hands back around, and maybe this time you come over on top, across the top of your wrist. Lengthen across there, just gently opening up those wrist joints and lengthening through the arms, getting the blood flowing. Inhale, exhale. Let's do some cat-cows. Inhale through cow, drop your chest, raise the crown of your head and tail toward the ceiling. Exhale, pull those abs in, belly button to your spine, round your back like an angry cat. Separate your shoulder blades, drop the crown of your head and your tail. Inhale through cow. Exhale through cat. Inhale and exhale. And just go through a couple of these cat-cows, warming up that lower back. And then maybe shift your hips side to side. Maybe drop them back towards your heels. Tuck those toes. And when you're ready, I just want you to lift your knees off the mat, engaging your core. Inhale, exhale, hold here. And then touch your opposite hand to your opposite knee. Really activate the core muscles now. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. And we'll do a few more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Knees come down. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then let's turn our right toes kind of or that lower leg at a diagonal, and you'll roll over onto your right arm with the wrist under your shoulder and extend your left leg, and then reach to the ceiling to start, and then maybe reach towards the opposite wall. Breathe in, breathe out. And if you have those leg weights on, maybe we start to activate the abductor by lifting your leg to the side. Inhale, exhale, and then let's pull our elbow toward our knee, whether or not you're using any extra weights. Inhale, exhale, and breathe. 8 and 7. Pull your abs tight. Be conscious of, are my abs doing the work, or am I just moving my arms and legs? Pull the abs in. You got it. 4 more. And 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Extend that leg back to the mat. Raise your arm up overhead. Maybe pull the elbow behind you. Maybe circle the arm. Open up that shoulder. Reverse it. And then bring your hand back underneath your shoulder and back to your tabletop position. Give me a cat-cow there. Inhale, exhale. Hover those knees above the mat, and opposite hand, opposite knee. Inhale, exhale. Keep your arms as firm as you can when your hand comes to the mat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then turn those left toes at a diagonal. Rotate onto the left side. Reach up and overhead. Get as long as you can on that lateral stretch. Up the side of your body. And then lift that leg maybe. Breathe in, breathe out. Engage your core and meet the elbow to the knee. And lift, good. Easy, effortless. Notice that that left glute, you might feel that side supporting your body. And 3, and 2, and 1. Reach, raise that arm up, maybe pull the elbow back, maybe circle a couple times. Warm up everything, and then bring it back around to that tabletop pose. This time, let's keep our toes together, knees come apart. Inhale, exhale, drop back into your active child's pose where you grip the mat and really get some length and tension and create your own traction through that body. Lengthen through the side bodies. Inhale, exhale, lift those abs. And let's pull ourselves forward to a modified plank. Lower down into Sphinx. So you slide your hands forward. Lift your chest, pressing the palms and your forearms into your mat. Inhale, exhale, relax your lower body. Breathe. And let's do some more core here with some pull through. So we inhale here, exhale, lift your abs, pull your abs in, and imagine they lift your hips. And then come back through for the inhale, exhale, and lift. When you do that lift, press your elbows into the mat and feel your lats, the muscles in your back, kind of wrap around your rib cage, as well as your anterior serratus muscle. Now, if you don't know what any of those are, it's okay. Just see what muscles you feel around the rib cage, as well as on the front side of your abs. Now, if you want to make this more, you can lift your whole body up. So we'll just inhale and exhale. This is 7. You don't have to lift your whole body. You can continue to just go from the knees. This is 5. And this is 4. And this is 3. And this is 2. And this is 1. Inhale, exhale, bring those hands back to your ribs, tuck your toes, lift yourself up, and then take it up into your first down dog position. So if you want to get those yoga jellies that I have shown you before, you can, and that's going to help with your down dog position. Take some of the pressure off of your wrists or your thumbs or whatever it is that you feel that you might need some assistance. Make sure that you have your whatever weights you want to use nearby, because we will go from here to a renegade row. So get those in place. As you lift up, push yourself into that down dog position. Maybe you want to pedal through your feet. And if you have ankle weights on, now is when you're going to notice. You might want to round your tailbone a little bit, support the lower back. Maybe your knees are bent or soft. Your heels don't have to touch the floor. Lift yourself out of your hands. Continue that upper body waking up by really firming up your arms, and imagine making your back wide. Let's drop down to a dolphin. This will get your triceps going, and lift those abs and just try to lift out of your shoulders. Then press your hands back into the floor and straighten them out. So we're going to come down, inhale, exhale, and flex, and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift. The whole time pulling your belly in, low belly lifts. Inhale, exhale. Try to line those elbows up with your hands as best as you can. Now, everybody's arms are attached to their skeleton differently. So if your elbows go in a little different direction, that's okay. Just imagine not hyperextending your joints. In other words, avoid letting them overextend or bend in the opposite direction. You'll know what that is. You should feel your triceps working here. So we're going to do 4 more. and 3 more, and 2 more, and 1. And then we'll drop those knees and take it to a child's pose and stretch our triceps out. Reach our fingers towards our traps, like the back of your neck and your shoulders, and get long. Stretch out. So if this is not a possibility, grab a block or 2, place your elbows there, and get your stretch here. Whatever you need. Or just sit up and do it the normal way. The non-yoga stretch. Okay, hands back to the mat and lift yourself up. Now we'll go into our little, come forward to a plank and do a push-up. Inhale, exhale. 1, and 2, and 3. Hug those elbows into your waist. 4. I don't know, let's do 10 here. 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Now take those weights and assume a plank position, and we'll get our renegade rows, our first set. Inhaling, exhaling, hold your body in a plank. Maybe take your feet a little wider as opposed to being close together, whatever works for you. And we want to take the weight close to the hip, all right? Inhale, exhale. That's 3. And that's 4. And 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Let's do 5 more. 5. Change weights if you need to. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Come down, weights to the sides. Child's pose, breathe. And we're going to do a vinyasa. So tuck those toes, back to down dog. Inhale, exhale. Let's lift that right leg up behind us. Lift yourself out of your hands, bend your knee, and open up those hips. Maybe circle it in one direction. Maybe reverse that circle. Extend the leg. Inhale, exhale. And bring it between your hands. Lower your left knee. Rise up. Inhale, exhale. Goal post those arms and sink into that lunge. Inhale, reach. Hands to the mat. Exhale, lift up to your first forward fold. And just hang there a moment. Hang for a second, maybe hold on to your opposite elbows, let your head hang heavy. And then let's go ahead, because we're a little warm, and grab those big toes with your first 2 fingers. Maybe your knees are really bent, that's okay. Shift your weight toward the balls of your feet. Inhale and lengthen your spine. Exhale and pull with your arms while lifting your sit bones up towards the ceiling. And when you get to the length of the pose for you, I want you to take 3 deep breaths. See if you can pull your abs in, your belly in, and give yourself some more room to allow the pelvis to tip forward and breathe in, breathe out. And then release those hands, relax your knees. Inhale, rise up, sweep those arms up, reach back, way back. Exhale to Tadasana. Breathe in, breathe out. Ground those feet to the mat. Inhale, arms up, palms come together through heart center, forward fold. Step back to your plank position, chaturanga, like a push-up, and vinyasa through, and meet me back in down dog, however you want to get there. Breathe in, breathe out. Gaze back between those calves. Firm up your arms. Grip the mat with the thumb and the pinky, kind of creating some suspension right there in the palm so that you're not sitting in your thumb joints. Firm up your arms. Your elbows, the inside of your elbows are facing each other. And let's drop down to that dolphin and back up to the down dog. Inhale, exhale. Using those triceps, the muscles on the back side of your arm. Inhale, exhale, and being mindful of what your shoulders feel like. We won't do as many this time. We'll do 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1, and then we will plank forward, push up, lift, down dog for 2, and lift. For 3, and lift. For 2, for 4. I always get accused of counting the wrong way. 6, and back, and 7, and back. And you can always come to your knees, it's okay. 8, and 9, and 10. And then grab those weights. We're going to go right into our renegade row. Firm up that plank and row. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have to do the extra 5. 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Knees out. Drop back into that active child's pose. Use your blocks if you want. Allow your body to settle down. Inhale, exhale, come back up and lift up to your down dog position. Raise your left leg up, bend that knee, ground those hands to the mat. Circle the knee in one direction, maybe the other. Inhale, extend. Exhale, foot between your hands and lift up, lower that right knee to the mat. Reach up and sink into that. This side. And sink into that lunge. Inhale, exhale, reach up, hands to the mat, lift up and forward fold. And let's take this Padasana deeper. So shift your weight forward onto the balls of your feet or toward the middle of your foot. Turn your hands over and place the balls of your feet right on the palms of your hands. so your toes touch the inside of your wrists. Lengthening those hamstrings. Inhale, maybe your knees are bent, that's okay. Exhale and pull with your arms, bringing your body to your legs, your belly to your thighs. Lift your low abs, create space. Your chest to your knees, your face to your shins, the crown of your head toward the mat. And give it 3 deep breaths. And then release those hands and just hang for a second. And then let's get our thighs going here. Inhale, exhale, rise up to chair or Utkatasana. Maybe your arms are extended. Maybe your palms touch. Maybe you want to bring those hands towards your sternum if it's too much having them extended out over your head. Lift your abs, sit back in your heels, drop down a little more and raise your chest. Inhale, exhale, let's keep it here. And then let's add a little more heat. So we stay here. Maybe you want to take your hands to your hips or whatever you want to do. I would recommend bringing them closer to your body because you are going to lunge backward. So inhale, exhale, step back. And then bring it back to that low squat. So it's like a squat lunge. So we're chair and we're low lunging. We're in chair and we're low lunging. Let's go 8 and in and back and in and 7 and in and back and in and 6. I know that you are waiting for the legs. And back and in. This is 5 and back. This is 4 and back and in. This is 3. Feel that heat. Tapas. One of the yamas and niyamas. This has to do with self-discipline. Of course, we're going to do some extra credit here. So you got to keep it moving. Don't stop. I know that was 8. We're going to do 8 more. 8. Breathe. And drop. And in. And 7. And breathe. And drop. And in. And 6. And breathe. Pull those abs tight. And in. And 5. Drop back. Let's get 4 more. 4. Hoo-ha. And back. And 3. And back. And 2. And back. 1 more on each leg. 1. And 1. And stop. Inhale, exhale. Forward fold. Step back to your plank position. Chaturanga and vinyasa through. And meet me back in down dog. However you want to get there. Relax those heels towards the mat. Relax your knees a little maybe. Lift your low belly, maybe round the tail. Breathe in, breathe out. So let's raise that right leg up behind us. Bend the knee. Now if you want to flip your dog, shift your weight forward and then flip it over. Squeeze those glutes, reach through those fingers. You don't have to do this. Inhale, exhale, take it back. Lift that leg, and then let's pull the knee way up toward our nose and our shoulders way over those wrists. Inhale, exhale, hold. And then bring the foot between your hands, turn those left heel out, push into the knife edge of the foot, and firm up that glute. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, reach forward with the chest. Grab your blocks or some weights, maybe turn them on your ends for the next thing. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lead with your chest. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lead. Inhale, rise up. come forward, lift through the belly, and tip it to here. Maybe turn your toes a little bit out so that you feel your abductor muscles working. So we're going to lift and bring it back down, and lift and lower. You can have your hands on the floor and more work on this standing leg also, but that might be a little challenging, so maybe you want to raise the floor. And then you can keep your abs in, support your back, and work on that leg back there. Try to straighten the knee, that's the goal. Straighten that leg so that all the muscles work together and no one particular muscle is doing all the work. Breathe in, breathe out, and lift. And lift. And lift. Let's get 8. And 7. And 6. And 5. 4. 3. 2. Now bend both knees, so bring that left knee right behind the right. Lift your abs, 1 and 2, and try to straighten that leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, we're going to go to 20, 12, 13, 14, 5 more, that's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Bring that leg down, relax your knees, and just hang for a second. Breathe in, breathe out. Take those hands to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep those arms out and up and rise up. Reach back, way back. Exhale. To Tadasana. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold that position. Ground those feet to the mat. Feel your strength, your power, your rootedness to the ground. And then as we inhale, hands come together through heart center, forward fold. Step back to that plank position. Chaturanga and vinyasa through. And meet me back in down dog again. Inhale, exhale. Let's inhale, lift our heels. Turn them to the right. Exhale, lower, and keep our hands grounded. Lengthening through that left side. Inhale, lift your heels. Turn them left. Exhale, lengthen through the right side. Inhale, exhale. Take your left leg, lift it up. Your left leg, lift it up and bend the knee and lift way. We'll actually tip it over because we've got to flip that dog if you did it on the other side. Maybe we rock forward and flip it over. Here, squeeze those glutes. Reach through your hands and then flip it back. And then rock forward. Pull your knee into your nose. Shoulders over your wrist. Lift those abs. And then place the foot between your hands. Turn your back toes a little up towards that upper corner so it's not a parallel. We're in Warrior One. And we rise up. Inhale, lengthen. Push into the knife edge of that right foot. Firm up this leg. Exhale, lead with our chest. Inhale and up. Exhale, lead. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, make sure your props that you need are nearby. Inhale, exhale. Reach for the props if you want them. Straighten that standing leg. Turn out those toes a bit and lift and lower, and lift, and lower. Lift that low belly. Think of straightening both legs. That's how you create that long line. Easy, effortless. Maybe you just let your head hang. Avoid craning it up. You don't need to look straight ahead. You could keep it neutral toward the floor. That's why if you elevate the floor, it's a little easier on all those soft spots of your body, your lower back, your neck. You want to think of long, length. Relax the shoulders, easy, effortless. Let's do about, I don't know, 4 more. Does that sound right? And 3, and 2, and then bend both knees and bring that knee behind the left knee. Inhale, exhale, straighten your right leg. Inhale, exhale, straighten them both. Inhale, exhale, long. Inhale, exhale, reach. 15 more. That would be 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 more. Let's get 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bring that leg down and relax your knees. Hold on to your opposite elbows and just let it go. Maybe sway side to side. So while we're down here, we're going to go from here back to that chair pose, but first, let's take it. Inhale, exhale to chair. Bring your hands to heart center. Sit low. Lift up your chest. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift that low belly. How about we do a little twist here to help stretch out those side muscles all the way up. So inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bring your left elbow outside the right thigh. Press your hands together. Open up your chest and sink into it. Just go with it, never resisting. Maybe we open up our arms. Maybe we wrap an arm around your waist. Find that inner thigh. 3 deep breaths. And come back through the center. Inhale, exhale. Lengthen through your spine. Take your left or right elbow, outside the left thigh. Open up, think long. Maybe that arm wraps around, finds the inner thigh. Breathe. And release. And come through the center. Hands to heart center. And let's take it back into that little lunge back. Start with your right leg back. Take it back into the lunge. Inhale, exhale. Breathe. Sit low and step back. Lift those abs. Inhale, exhale. Breathe deep. Low belly in, don't forget about it. It's easy to do. And breathe in and out. Maybe a little higher across your lungs, the upper part. Let's get, we'll call that 8 more. And 7. And 6. Easy. And 5. Easier. And 4. Easiest. And 3. Keep it up. Bam. And 2. Last one. 1. Bam. Good job. And forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep those arms out and up. Rise up. Reach back. Exhale. To Tadasana. Pause a moment. Inhale, arms up, palms come together through heart center, forward fold. Step back to that plank position, chaturanga, and vinyasa through. And meet me back in down dog. Inhale, exhale. Hold that position. All right. I don't want your workout to go on forever, although what else do we have to do? Inhale, lift that right leg. Exhale, bring the foot between your hands. Turn that foot to the short end of the mat, parallel to the short end. Cartwheel the arms up and push your feet in opposite directions. Firm up those legs and arms. Palms towards the mat, strong arms. So, let's grab a weight here. We'll hold one in each hand. You might want 2 different sizes. For this part, I'm not going to use a super heavy one because there's a lot of things going on here. We're going to reach and press straight up, not back over your head, straight to the ceiling. And reach. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. So you've got to stabilize your body as you do this. And this arm is just going to rest like it would in Peaceful Warrior. And we'll get 8. And 7. And 6. And 5. Lift that low belly. And 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Good. And then bring the weights in, turn those toes toward the outer corners, and let's just hammer curl. Now here you might want a heavier weight, because I recognize it's not that hard. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Easy. So we'll go 8, and lower, and 7, and bend, and 6. Squeeze those glutes when you come to the center. Squeeze, and squeeze. 4 more. Let's do 4, squeeze, inhale, exhale, and 3, squeeze, inhale, exhale, and 2, squeeze, inhale, exhale, and 1. Squeeze, inhale, exhale. Good. Pivot to the other side. Warrior 2. Firm up those arms. This palm's up. This one stays resting here. Inhale, push straight up, not behind you. Inhale, exhale. So even though the motion is small, the weight not heavy, it's requiring you to stabilize your body and use all the muscles interconnected through your whole skeleton. Because even though we like to train in body parts, that's not really how your body works. And it's not going to make it it'll make it strong to a degree, but you can get much stronger if you focus on connecting the dots and being fluid and knowing how to use every part of your body. You got over 200 muscles. Why are we focusing on just a few, Like 30. That's about all anybody wants to talk about. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good job. Bring it to the center. And let's do a little different. Let's reach down and up and down and up and biceps and shoulders and biceps. Squeeze your glutes. Pull your abs tight. Do it all at one time. Easy, effortless. Yes, you can. Press and reach and press and reach and press and reach. 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 We're going to do just a few more. And then we're going to come down onto our belly, do a little posterior chain. Good job, last one. And then step together. Raise it up, lower it down. Let's do a few shoulder presses here. Pull your abs really tight, try to resist on the way down. And then I got one for your core. All right, we got 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, hold it out in front and come down, knee, knee, and release. Cool, okay. This is what these light weights are for, the next part. If you don't have them, that's okay, because trust me, everybody feels it anyway. I'm gonna move all of this. And we got our little 1-pounders, and they just slip right over your hands, so that's pretty cool. Makes it easy. And then let's come down onto our belly. Inhale, exhale. First, we're going to do a regular lotus, so our palms are toward our thighs. Or you can interlace your fingers and roll your shoulders back and do it that way. Either way is fine. Lift your lower body as well. Inhale, exhale, lift those low abs and rise up. And then if you have your hands to the side, I want you to squeeze them toward each other. Inhale, exhale, easy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep going. 10. Lift to the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring your arms to the front in a goal pose position. Turn your head to one side. Rest a second. Inhale, exhale, lift that low belly, forehead towards the mat. Rise up and bring your hands with you. And then just slide them like they're sliding across a countertop. Pull your abs in, and 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Weights down. Take those hands, lift, and drop back into a child's pose. Toes touch, knees apart. And just rest your forehead towards the mat, or maybe bend your elbows, rest your head in your hands, or if you either need to be up higher or you want to get lower, you can use those blocks in this way. And just hold that position Breathing in and out. And when you're ready, come back up to a seated position. And we'll do one more core thing, okay? Because I know abs are what are killing everybody now when you're sitting all the time. And I thought I would share something with you. So my schedule used to be, I was up at 3 or 3:30 in the morning, at work at 5, and I worked until sometimes 1 o'clock. I didn't eat until I was brain dead or or I had a break or something like that. And then I'd be done, and then I would eat lunch or, you know, so on and so forth. Sometimes I would work out, or sometimes I would go to art class, or sometimes I would do whatever. So my point is now all of a sudden I sleep until 7. Sometimes I get up at 5, but you know, it's really not, my metabolism is not churning like it was before. So even I have had to figure it out. So be patient with yourself. This is a time to learn self-compassion. That's what Pema Chodron's books talk about. They talk about loving yourself because that makes it easier. That makes you able, not easier, but just makes you able to really love other people. It has to start here in order to go there. So let's do this since we sit, and we'll add, if you want to add weights you can. I'm just going to use these little light ones. Pull your abs in really tight, and we'll just do this. It'll take just a couple minutes. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, close that rib cage, pull your belly to your spine, and you can round it, or you can lift and lengthen and bring your feet up for your Navasana. Inhale, exhale. Maybe you want to lengthen your legs and straighten them out. Maybe you want to bring your arms up and then lower to here. Pulling it up. Zip it up, as the Pilates people say. Pull that belly button in your spine. Knit your rib cage together. Zip up that core. Let's see if we can do 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Take these away. Bring your right leg in, extend the left. Try to straighten out that leg. That's the trick. Squeeze your under butt and crunch for 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Knit the ribs together. Lift, 2, lift, 2, lift, and then extend your legs. Lift, 2. If you're really flexible, try not to pull your leg to your body. 2. Bring your body to your leg. Up, 2, up, 2, up, 2, up, 2. Fingertips behind your head. Slow yoga bicycle. Maybe we reach and reach and reach. Maybe you try to look behind you and behind you. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those knees in. Whew, and let it go. All right, we'll do a little stretch here for your the important things we might have missed. Take your right ankle across your left knee like a reclined pigeon. Bring it towards you and just rest there. If you can go deeper or want to go deeper, cross your knees so that they're in line. Reach up, grab those feet, ankles, shins, and then lay back. And let the weight of your arms and gravity take you into that stretch. Just let it go. talking about having to learn to be compassionate with yourself. Part of that too, because we all have bad habits. We have places we go when we get stressed out. We go right into some cycle sometimes that isn't where we want to be. On your left side now, take it here and bring your right heel to your glute and give that quad a stretch. So the trick is, in meditation, is when things get tough, is to go into it, go with the discomfort. I'm gonna flip around on the other side. You're gonna roll back on your back, take your left knee across your right thigh and then pull it in, or do the kind of reclined Garandasana. And then the trick is to catch yourself when you're gonna do that bad habit. Open the refrigerator, turn on the TV to put off doing your work or whatever it is. Start bringing the cocktail hour earlier and earlier in the day. Whatever it is, the trick is to catch yourself and then go in a different direction. Like a direction that feels like there's no way this is gonna work. Sometimes it's to do nothing. It's just to sit there with it. Yeah, that sounds great. Drop your knees to the right and look to the left. And then roll on to that right side, bring your left heel to your glute and stretch through that left thigh. And let it go, and let's come up to a seated position and finish in Sukhasana, our comfortable seat with our hands at heart center. And maybe close our eyes or just gaze down towards the mat. Do a little body scan, see what you notice. Hopefully we worked out some of the angst. Inhaling and exhaling. Think of something to be grateful for. Express that gratitude. Changes everything. Take one last deep breath, feeling good, better than before. Reach your arms up, fill your lungs. Exhale. And namaste.